Have you ever wondered why billionaires succeed on a level that seems unreachable to most? It's not luck, talent, or even hard work alone. It's the rules they play by. Rules designed to break limits, defy odds, and guarantee results. These rules aren't common knowledge. They're not taught in school or shared in everyday conversations. But today, I'm going to reveal 16 of them. Rules so powerful they can completely transform the way you think, act, and succeed. If you're ready to unlock the same mindset and strategies used by the ultra-wealthy, then pay close attention. Because once you learn these rules, nothing will be the same again. Rule 1, ditch the old you. The life you want is waiting for you, but you can't step into it while holding on to the habits, beliefs, and routines that have kept you where you are. If you're serious about success, you need to make a choice: evolve or stay stuck. Most people cling to their old ways because they fear change. They stick to the same mindset, the same environment, the same circle of people, expecting new results. But here's the truth: success demands transformation. You can't bring your old self into your new life. Ask yourself, what daily habits are keeping me average? What relationships are draining my energy instead of fueling my growth? What limiting beliefs are stopping me from taking bigger risks? Then, be ruthless. Cut what no longer serves you. Billionaires don't hold on to dead weight. They adapt and reinvent themselves constantly. This is where most people fail. They want success, but they're unwilling to sacrifice the familiar. But you can't keep living the same way and expect different results. The moment you let go of what's holding you back, space opens up for what will propel you forward. Your future self is waiting, but only if you're willing to leave your old life behind. Rule 2. Be your own biggest fan. Before success can exist in your bank account, it has to exist in your mind. If you don't believe you can achieve extraordinary wealth, you've already lost. Billionaires aren't just rich in money. They're rich in self-belief. Most people fail before they even start because they're trapped by doubt. They second-guess their ideas, hesitate to take action, and let fear dictate their decisions. But self-doubt is just self-sabotage in disguise. If you don't believe in your ability to win, why would anyone else? Investors, clients, partners, they all take their cues from you. Your confidence, or lack of it, is contagious. Here's the key. Belief isn't about blind optimism. It's about certainty in your ability to figure things out. You won't always have the answers, but you must have the conviction that you'll find them. You must believe first, then take action to make it a reality. So stop waiting for permission. Stop seeking validation. Decide, right now, that you are capable of building wealth, power, and success. Because once you believe it with absolute certainty, your actions will follow, and so will the results. Rule 3. Welcome hardships. Most people spend their lives avoiding difficulty, praying for an easy path to success. But that mindset is exactly what keeps them weak, unprepared, and stuck. Billionaires think differently. They don't run from hardships. They embrace them, knowing that challenges are the price of greatness. Every setback, every failure, every struggle is shaping you into someone stronger, smarter, and more resilient. The bigger the obstacles you're willing to take on, the greater your potential success. Most people crack under pressure. They quit when things get uncomfortable. But billionaires, they thrive under pressure. They don't pray for smaller waves. They pray for the strength to ride bigger ones. If your dreams are massive, then the challenges ahead of you will be just as big. The question is, will you push through or will you fold when it gets tough? So stop looking for an easier way. Look for the way that makes you stronger. Because the bigger the struggle, the bigger the reward. Rule 4. Become addicted to progress. High performers don't obsess over the finish line. They focus on the process. While most people dream about success but fail to take consistent action, the ultra-successful fall in love with progress. They don't wait for motivation. They don't rely on hype. They train themselves to crave results, no matter how small. Here's the secret. Small wins compound into massive success. Every day you execute, every skill you refine, and every lesson you learn stacks up over time. Most people quit because they can't see immediate results, but billionaires know that success isn't a one-time event. It's the result of showing up every single day. So, what can you do today to move forward, even just 1%? Make the steps to progress so small that it's impossible to fail. Then do it again tomorrow. Success isn't about giant leaps. It's about relentless forward motion. The more you build, the more unstoppable you become. Become addicted to progress, and the results will take care of themselves. Rule 5. Always be learning. The moment you think you know everything, you've already lost. Billionaires don't let their success make them complacent. They stay students for life. They are constantly learning, evolving, and seeking out new knowledge to sharpen their edge. Most people let their ego get in the way. They reject feedback, ignore new ideas, and assume they've already figured it out. But the wealthiest and most successful people in the world do the opposite. They surround themselves with experts, absorb every lesson they can, and actively look for blind spots. Ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something that challenged your thinking? When was the last time you sought out advice from someone smarter, richer, or more experienced than you? If you're not constantly learning, you're falling behind. Success isn't about what you already know. It's about your ability to keep growing. Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep learning like your future depends on it, because it does. Rule 6. Give and you shall receive. Most people chase success by focusing on what they can take, how much money they can make, how many deals they can close, how much they can get from others. But billionaires think differently. They don't just take, they give massive value first, knowing that the more they contribute, the more they will receive in return. Wealth flows to those who create impact. The more problems you solve, the more value you bring to the world, the more money you will be rewarded with. This is why billionaires don't hoard knowledge, resources, or opportunities. They leverage them to create even greater value. So, if you want to get rich, start asking, how can I provide so much value that money becomes a byproduct? Shift from a taker's mindset to a giver's mindset and watch how quickly doors open for you. The bigger your contribution, the bigger your rewards. Rule 7. Purpose in the process. Success isn't always exciting. In fact, most of the work that leads to wealth is repetitive, unglamorous, and sometimes boring. But billionaires don't let that stop them. They know that true success comes from staying consistent with the fundamentals, even when it feels tedious. Most people burn out because they only focus on the grind. They see small tasks as meaningless chores rather than essential steps toward their ultimate vision. But billionaires flip this mindset. They attach a bigger purpose to every action, no matter how small. If a task feels dull, remind yourself why it matters. That long meeting? It's a stepping stone to building $1 million deal. That daily workout? It's keeping you sharp and energized for high-level decision-making. That email? It's building relationships that will open doors years down the line. The secret is reframing how you see the work. When you connect every action to your bigger purpose, nothing feels pointless. Instead of grinding through, you start to see progress in everything you do. And when that happens, staying consistent becomes effortless. Rule 8. Momentum is everything. Success doesn't come from massive effort once in a while. It comes from relentless consistency. Billionaires understand that momentum is their greatest weapon. Once they build it, they do everything in their power to keep it going. The biggest mistake people make: they start, stop, and start again. They push hard for a few weeks, then slow down when results don't come fast enough. They let distractions, doubt, or comfort pull them off course. But here's the harsh reality. Every time you stop, you're not just pausing, you're resetting your progress. Momentum is like a flywheel. It takes effort to get it spinning, but once it's in motion, it carries itself forward with less effort. The longer you sustain it, the easier success becomes. So don't break the streak. Don't lose the rhythm. Even on tough days, do something, anything, to keep moving forward. Success isn't about giant leaps. It's about never letting the wheel stop turning. Rule 9. Laser focus. Most people fail not because they don't work hard, but because they spread themselves too thin. They chase too many goals at once, dividing their time, energy, and attention. But billionaires play a different game. They lock in on a few key targets and attack them relentlessly. Every goal you add dilutes your ability to execute. Instead of making real progress, you make a little movement in too many directions and end up going nowhere. The most successful people in the world simplify. They focus on a handful of high-impact objectives and cut everything else. Ask yourself, what's the one thing that, if accomplished, would make the biggest difference in your life? Prioritize that. Make it your obsession. Until that target is hit, nothing else should distract you. Success isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, with ruthless focus. Rule 10. Small moves, big wins. Big goals can feel overwhelming. When the next step looks too big, most people freeze. They procrastinate, overthink, and hesitate, letting fear and doubt take over. High performers don't let complexity stop them. They break everything down into small, simple, easy-to-digest actions. If the next step feels too daunting, shrink it. Reduce it to something so small you can't fail. For example, instead of aiming to launch a business, start with finding one potential customer and have a conversation about how you can best solve their problems. Instead of trying to get a six-pack by the weekend, start with doing 10 sit-ups this evening. Success isn't about giant leaps. It's about small, consistent progress. The trick is to keep moving, even if it's just an inch forward. So, simplify the next step, take it, and repeat. That's how empires are built. Rule 11. Remove toxic people. The wrong people will cost you everything: your time, your energy, and your success. Billionaires are ruthless about who they allow into their circle because they know that negativity is contagious. If you're constantly surrounded by doubt, drama, or small thinking, you'll absorb it without even realizing it. Look around. Who in your life drains you? Who constantly criticizes instead of supports? Who pulls you into distractions instead of pushing you forward? These are the people quietly holding you back. Cut them out. No hesitation, no guilt. The most successful people in the world protect their energy like their life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your environment shapes your future. Surround yourself with people who inspire, challenge, and elevate you. Because if you don't, you'll never reach the levels of success you're capable of. Rule 12. Relentless tenacity. Most people quit when things get hard. Winners don't. They push forward when others give up, knowing that success isn't about getting it right the first time. It's about refusing to stop until you win. The truth is, most breakthroughs happen right after most people quit. The business that looks like it's failing, one tweak could turn it into a billion-dollar empire. The skill you're struggling with, a little more practice could make you world-class. But you'll never know if you stop too soon. Setbacks aren't signs to quit. They're tests to see how bad you really want it. If you keep going when others don't, you put yourself in a category most will never reach. Success isn't for the most talented or the smartest. It's for those who refuse to quit. Rule 13. Sell value, not time. The biggest mistake most people make? Trading time for money. Billionaires don't get rich by working hourly. They get rich by creating massive value that people are willing to pay for, regardless of their time. If you charge by the hour, your income is capped. No matter how hard you work, there are only so many hours in a day. But when you sell results, outcomes, and transformation, your earning potential becomes limitless. Ask yourself, what's the problem I solve for people? What's the real value I provide? Shift your mindset from getting paid for effort to getting paid for impact. The wealthiest people don't work harder, they work smarter. They package their expertise, create scalable solutions, and build assets that generate income without their constant input. Time is limited, value is not. Stop selling hours and start selling solutions. That's how real wealth is built. Rule 14. Walk the path with others. Success isn't a solo journey. Billionaires don't try to do everything alone. They surround themselves with powerful networks, mentors, and like-minded individuals who challenge them, push them, and open doors they never even knew existed. Trying to succeed alone is like going to war with a one-man army. Business is a competitive sport, but with the right people in your corner, your odds of success multiply. You gain insights, accountability, and access to opportunities that most will never see. Look at your circle. Are the people around you helping you grow or holding you back? If you're always the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So, get out there, build your army, and surround yourself with people who will push you to levels you could never reach alone. Rule 15. Bet on yourself. Billionaires don't see time, money, or effort as expenses. They see them as investments. Every dollar, every hour, and every sacrifice they make today is designed to create a greater return in the future. Most people hesitate to invest in themselves or their business. They hold on to their money, their time, and their comfort, afraid to take risks. But playing it safe is the fastest way to stay stuck. If you're not investing in your skills, your health, or your business, you're choosing stagnation over growth. Look at where your time and money are going. Are they fueling your future dreams, or just maintaining your present reality? The wealthy aren't afraid to bet on themselves because they know the return on investment of personal growth is limitless. Wealth is built by making strategic moves today that pay off tomorrow. Start seeing everything you do as an investment in your future success, and watch how fast everything changes. Rule 16. Empty the tank. Billionaires don't hold back. They don't wait for the perfect time, pace themselves, or do just enough to get by. Every single day, they push themselves to the limit and leave nothing in reserve. They empty the tank because they know that success is won by those who give everything they've got, every single day. Most people operate at a fraction of their capacity. They do just enough to feel productive, but never push themselves to their true potential. Then, they wonder why they're not getting extraordinary results. But here's the truth. If you don't give it your all, you simply cannot compete at the highest level. Ask yourself, did you truly give today everything you had? Did you push past your comfort zone, go the extra mile, and do the absolute best you could? Or did you leave effort, focus, and potential untapped? Success doesn't belong to those who work when they feel like it. It belongs to those who show up, attack their goals with everything they have, refusing to hold anything back. So every day, empty the tank. Leave no effort unused, no potential unrealized. Because if you don't give your all, you'll never get it all. You now have the 16 billionaire rules that guarantee success. But knowing them isn't enough. The difference between those who win and those who stay stuck is action. Most people will watch this, feel motivated for a few minutes, and then go right back to their old habits. They'll keep chasing comfort, making excuses, and wondering why success always feels just out of reach. But you're not most people. The real question is, what will you do now? Will you keep playing by the same rules that have kept you average? Or will you adopt the rules that billionaires live by? Because once you commit to these principles, success is no longer a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The path has been laid out for you. Now it's time to walk it.